Hello, this is Tamara from Tamara Tarot, and this reading is for Sagittarius for last 2 weeks of September, from 16th to 30th of September. And this reading is for the Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon, and Sagittarius Rising sign. And I hope it resonates with you. If it doesn't, please watch your Moon sign or Rising sign. For this reading, I'm using a Morgan Greer deck, which is this one, and that's what it looks like. And I've shuffled the cards before the reading. I'm just going to shuffle a little bit longer, and then we'll go ahead with your reading, dear Sagittarius. Okay, let's start. Ten of Cups, Six of Wands, Four of Wands, fantastic cards, Five of Swords, and Eight of Pentacles. Five of Wands, King of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, and Page of Rods. Two of Pentacles, the Hierophant, Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, and the Moon. Here we are. Let's see what we have there. Let's just put the camera a little bit closer so you can see the cards. A little bit closer for you. Okay, let's start. So what we have over here first, in the first row, I see the first three cards is just like amazing. Ten of Cups is the wish fulfillment card, card of ultimate happiness. It's just the wish fulfillment. It's wish fulfillment on all, on the emotional level, on spiritual level, just the general happiness. Happiness in your home, and it actually goes really well with the Four of Wands, which is also in the same row over here. It's a happiness in your home, it's a family, it's a wedding card as well, because Cups also represents our emotions, so it could be romantic sort of, on a romantic front. You've got you're very happy, all wish fulfillment, and that card is next to it, which is Four of Wands, is the happiness in your house, wedding card, either going to the wedding, planning wedding, engagement, kids, family, a happy home, moving into new home, meaning progressing, moving in a better place. It's just like nothing else I can say. It's just happy, happy, happy. The one in between is also a really nice card. It's a Six of Wands. Six of Wands is the card of ultimate. It's a victory card. You can see this, knight on the horse. He just arrived from a battle, and he's got this, victory flag hanging around. He's all happy. It's a card of recognition. It's being recognized for your achievements. It's a card of demonstrating your success, being acknowledged for your success. It's a card of victory, just being victorious. Whatever was in your past, whatever was happening, whatever was, and I can see that there was something happening, because another card over here is a Five of Swords. I can see that there were battles over there. Five of Swords is also a card of victory, but this is slightly sour victories. You don't know how much did you pay for that win, because I can see your enemies over there, they're all defeated, but you don't seem to be very happy, so there were battles, and swords also represents our mentality, our thoughts, our how we think, how we represent, everything in our mental capacity. So it could be a mental battle. It could be arguments. It doesn't mean that it was like a physical sort of battle. And it looks like you won that battle. So you are victorious, and that victory brought you a lot of happiness in your home and your environment. But again, as I said, it didn't come easy. There is a Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups tells me that you're a master of your trade. You are very good at what you're doing. You know what you're doing. You know how to do what you're doing. You know how to earn money. You know how to do it. You mastered it. You've been working really hard to come to this stage when you know how to actually earn money, how to do it, and you're really very good at that. So, as I said, that ultimate happiness, happy home, being emotionally fulfilled, and victory, they didn't come easy. They are there for you, dear Sagittarius, but they didn't come easy because you did have a battle. It was mental battle. Could be just verbal argument, everything. But you worked hard. Also, it shows me that you worked hard to achieve all this, to achieve this victory, to achieve this happy home. Maybe you are moving house. Maybe you worked really hard to put that money aside, to pay your new mortgage, to pay your next move, for this new beautiful house for yourself, and be successful and be happy for you. Just tells me that you're really working hard for everything, and you know how to make money. You know how to work hard, and you know what to do, and you're, as I said, you're master of your trade. So that's in your first row, dear Sagittarius. Over here, we have Five of Wands. Five of Wands is the battle. It's a very fiery energy. There's an argument. And next to it, we have a King of Cups. King of Cups is very emotional. It could be Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio person. It could be like very lots of arguments over there. There is a lot of passion. There is a lot of, it's a fight. It's a fight. Might not be physical fight, of course, but it's a fight. That could be argumentative fight. And because next to it is the Kings of Cups, so I just see maybe you are, arguing a lot with this a water sign person, as I said, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. And next to it, we see the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is the slow-moving knight, that whatever issues, whatever, if it's a general reading, but if it's a relationship you're thinking about, if it's a business you're thinking about, if it's family affairs or something like this, but it's a very slow moving. But Knight of Pentacles is also very earthy sign. It's called, or can represent Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, but very down to earth, very sort of reliable, very analytical, very, someone who likes planning. But it's also, if we're talking about relationship here, and it could be a relationship with this King of Cups, with whom you've got a lot of arguments, then it's the relationship are very slow moving. But it doesn't mean you have to take it in negative way, because sometimes slow but steady, it can actually mean that this relationship moving in the right direction. It also could be a business project, because Pentacles represents finances, represents your, material resources, and it tells me that you are moving in the right direction, especially with this Eight of Wands, where you're working really hard to achieve that. But it's slowly but steadily you're moving forward. And the next card over here, we have a Page of Rods. Page of Rods is a very young, maybe fiery, because it's wands, not so much fiery, but I would say passionate energy. It's a beginning of a new project, beginning of something, creativity. It could be your child. It's because the energy is very young. Rods represents a fire signs. It could be Leo. It could be Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. Could be, if you're a very young person, it could represent you who is listening to this, or it could be yours, is a sibling, young sibling, or it's you're a young or a child. But it's also can represent something very new, something new starting, some creative project, something you are very passionate about. It's a lot of information for you here, Sagittarius. And in this row, we start with the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles means balancing. So there might not be, you are working hard, you're steadily moving forwards, this success and ultimate happiness. But at the moment, you are balancing. You're balancing your finances. You're balancing your life. Do I take it from here, put it there, or do I put it there and then take it from here? It's permanent balance, trying to find that balance in finances, trying to find that balance in your material resources. And next to it we have 7, and I do believe that this page of rods represents a project, something new, because over here we have balancing the resources, the new project, and also 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands is when you actually put again a lot of hard work, which was, I've seen over here before in 8 of Pentacles. You put a lot of work, you seeded your seeds, you planted your seeds, you watered that, tree or plant, whatever, metaphorically. You put a lot of efforts into something, and eventually you are actually started getting the results of your hard work, your labor. But at the moment, it's an undecisive, it's a card of undecisiveness. You're not sure what to do further. Do I carry on with this project? Do I carry on, watering that plant? Do I carry on, investing that hard work into this, in this, tree or whatever, whatever project you're doing? Or do I just, that's enough now, and I just move on and move to something new? So it's a bit of card of indecisiveness. And in between those two cards, which is very financial, there's a lot of financial issues here, but not negative. One thing I can say for sure, Sagittarius, you're working really hard, and the outcomes for you are really positive, because we have ultimate happiness in 10 of Cups. We also got the abundance cup, very successful on the bottom here, which is 9 of Cups. In between those two pentacles, we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is you strictly following the rules, being very rigid with the rules and regulations. I don't know, is that the rules of your society, the group you belong, it could be religion you belong, or whatever it is, but you following those rules, or maybe your company rules, I don't know, whatever, wherever you work, you're following, or maybe your business, whatever, you're following the rules very strictly. You just sort of very rigid with that. But in a relationship reading, if this reading for you is about your love life or something, over here we can see the King of Cups, which is very soft person, which can offer you that emotional cup, which can offer you love. For you, this sometimes means Hierophant, when it comes in a relationship reading, sometimes indicate taking relationship on the next level, legalize your relationship. It's a card of wedding, and we had a card of wedding over here as well, where we have a 4 of Wands, where it's a happy home. It's either planning the wedding, or having a wedding, or attending the wedding, or engagement. And this is also about the engagements. But this card also represents a knowledge, so that you have learned a lot, and now you're using that knowledge. And that tells me that you have been working really hard. You invested a lot into this project, so you got that knowledge, and now you are from 7, you progress to 8, where you are a master of your trade. You know how to do this, your job, you know how to do your business. And in the last row over here, we have a 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups is the card of emotional fulfillment. It's when most of the cards, Nine of Cups are full, the person is happy. It's again, it's a cup of happiness. There's 2, 9, and 10. 9 progresses to 10. It's just ultimate happiness, emotional fulfillment, being being happy in your home, being happy with your business. There are some issues. We have 5 of Swords, we have 5 of Wands. Nothing comes easy, unfortunately, in this life. You have to fight for everything, and you are fighting. The only thing I can say that there is a victory for you. So you are on the top, you're on a horse, and this is another, proof for that, because it's emotional fulfillment. Sometimes this card also have a slightly negative meaning that telling you that don't overindulge, because this person seems to be quite full on, like quite a chubby person over there. He eats a lot, he drinks a lot. So the message behind this card sometimes is do not overindulge, if it's like alcohol involves, if it's celebration involves, if it's indulgent in food. So just bear that in mind as well. But in general, it indicates that you've got everything in abundance. You've got a lot of drinks, you've got a lot of food, there's a lot of food on your table, there's a wine on your table, and you're happy. And the last card is the Moon. The Moon is a major arcana card, indicates about something which is still hidden. So not everything, like as I said, unfortunately, not everything can be perfect in our life. And the Moon tells us that, everything looks very, emotionally fulfilled and happy home. But just bear in mind, there are some sort of hidden things in your life. There are some sort of something which you don't know, something unknown. There are some sort of, it's a card also of mystery, a card of like hidden things. So keep an eye on this, and just don't just sort of celebrate, all your victory and your happiness. Keep an eye, be vigilant, because there are things in your life which you still don't know, which can come out quite unexpectedly. Okay, I would like to clarify as well this, this reading, and for the clarifiers, I'm using the Wild Unknown deck by Kim Krantz, which is this one. Just shuffle the deck a little bit. I shuffled it before. I'm just going to and we have the confirmation. You got the Moon again. When 2 cards comes twice, it's a very strong message for you, dear Sagittarius. You got Daughter of Cups, got 10 of Swords. Well, I wish I haven't pulled those cards. Okay. We have 2 confirmations here. We have the Moon, which tells me that there are something in your life which is not very clear. Keep an eye on that. Because another card underneath is 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords is like a sort of like a death card, not like a real death, but it's the suffering is over. So you have suffered a lot. There was a lot of negativity, stabbing in the back and everything else, and maybe that's what those fights were about. And it could be with the King of Cups, someone who is Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. You have been stabbed in the back, so the unknown will come out. So keep an eye on that, which was followed by the Tower, when everything was sort of destroyed and started from the beginning. There was a big shake-up in your life. There was a lot happening. And I have another confirmation of eight of Pentacles, which tells me that again about that you're in the right direction with your business, with whatever job you're doing or something. It's when 2 cards comes, it's a very strong message that you are master of your trade. You know what you're doing. You know how to earn money. Just carry on with that. And the last message over here is the Daughter of Cups. It's like a Page of Cups is the offer of love, offer of emotions. And I've got to see so many, emotional cards. What I would say to you, dear Sagittarius, how I can sort of summarize this card. I think there was a lot of trouble in your life. There was something unknown, and there's still something hidden. So be very vigilant, be careful. But there was some backstabbing in your life, in your recent past or somewhere, which brought you to complete sort of destruction. And there was a lot of fights. I can see 2 fives over here, 5 of rods, very fiercely, and also argumentative fights. But you've got your victory, you've got a happy home, you've got ultimate happiness. Emotionally, you're fulfilled, you are happy. The person you're fighting could be the King of Cups, but everything is moved slowly but steadily moving towards success. You are working really hard, you're following the rules, and there is an offer for you, emotional offer, very positive offer. And it's a very sort of, you keeping everything in balance, and I do see that balance in your reading, dear Sagittarius. There's everything is in a balance. As I said, nothing is perfect in our life. We cannot live without, troubles and tribulations, but it's all balanced now. So keep it like that. So for next 2 weeks, we got a lot of happiness. We had fights, we have everything, but it all seems to be sort of settled in a balance over here. Well, I hope it resonated with you, dear Sagittarius. I did like that reading, and really liked reading your cards for you. If you like the reading, please press the like button and subscribe to my channel. It's a general reading. So if you do would you like private reading, all the information underneath this video, and all the contact details over there. Contact me and we can arrange the private reading with you. And at the moment, all I want to say that thank you very much for watching. Come again next month for the love readings and for the general readings. Looking forward to see you again, and goodbye.